Good morning. I'm reading from James chapter 2 this morning, starting at verse 14. It says, "What use is it, my brothers, if someone says he has faith, but he has no works? Can that faith save him? If a brother or sister is without clothing and in need of daily food, and one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, be warmed and be filled,' and yet you do not give them what is necessary for their body, what use is that? Even so, faith, if it has no works, is dead by itself." Interesting passage again. We talk about a lot about works-based salvation and things that we know aren't really true. Salvation comes by faith alone, through grace alone, in Christ alone, for the glory of God alone. But there should be some results. There should be some effects of being saved. There's a change that occurs in the heart of man when he is saved. He is regenerated. He has become a new man. So he doesn't do the things that he used to do when he was a dead man walking. A man that is a believer in Christ, or woman, a believer in Christ, regenerated, produces new works. They do stuff differently. You may, really small stuff. You may see that they no longer cuss anymore, or they are no longer comfortable watching things that don't glorify God on TV. You may see that they used to be an angry man, they're no longer an angry man. Or they used to be an addict and they're no longer an addict, because Jesus has changed their lives. And so there should be some resulting fruits in being a believer in Jesus Christ. Jesus said that we would know one another by our fruits. And what does that mean? It means that if you act like a Christian, if you do the things a Christian does, then you're going to be seen as a believer in Jesus Christ. So in other words, if you say you're a believer, and you truly are, there should be a difference in the way that you live your life. If you say that you're a believer and there is no change, then that faith is dead. It's not a real faith. Because the fact is that God changes a man's heart. And if your heart has been changed, then you have been changed. And a lot of people could say a lot of things. We used to say that a pair of lips will say anything. So a person could say they're a Christian, a person could say they're a believer, they could show up at church every Sunday, but if their life does not reflect that change, then they're not really changed. They're just saying stuff. So I would encourage you today to be who you say you are. If you say you're a Christian, then behave like one. If your life has truly been changed, then live a changed life. I hope you have a blessed day.